This is Unpeeled, VeggieTales in the Raw. I'm your host, Andie.
And I'm your other host, Riley.
And we're here to slice into all things veggie.
From classic episode breakdowns to rooting up some deep-seated feelings for our beloved, or perhaps loathed, vegetable icons.
We throw it all on the cutting board and uncover the scandals behind the scallions. Welcome to Unpeeled, VeggieTales in the Raw. Welcome back to the Unpeeled pod. Yeah.
No.
You monster! You monster! Shutting it down.
It's the only thing I know how to do. I'm one of your hosts, Riley Jean.
I'm your other host, Andie Baker.
And this is Unpeeled VeggieTales in the Raw.
I'm so glad you finally learned the name of our podcast.
Nah, I was just reading it off of the script you wrote me.
Oh, good. You saw the note that I put in there. This is our podcast name, Riley.
So we have a very special episode today. All of them live in my memory archives, but this one, the music, for some reason, even though it's short, lives very strongly in there. Sometimes I'll just be roaming around the house and it'll pop into my head. But this is season 1, episode 5, Dave and the Giant Pickle.
And what a scary pickle it was.
We'll talk about that.
And this was the first time I had actually seen this episode, so just virgin eyes going into it. Yeah. Because the opening caught me off guard. I didn't realize this was when Larry Boy was introduced. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, this is Larry Boy's mass introduction. And also, is this the episode that there's like a pretty intense upgrade with their CGI and their production value? And I'm curious if this is the episode that happens in, or if it just...
Maybe, yeah, because this is episode 5. Although I don't know, because
you can tell in the music value, like the production of the music, but as well as the actual animation and the fluidity of it. It's like there's an upgrade that happened.
Well, I mean, Larry looks good in whatever CGI you put him in. His natural pull.
Him and his super suction ears.
Okay, you know that Larry did not run this by Bob or Archibald. I was like, who did you recruit to make this set?
So basically it starts with the introduction of Larry Boy. For anybody who does not know, Larry Boy is Larry's persona, alter ego, superhero. He has a ridiculous high-collared neon outfit. And then he has suction cup ears. And he gives himself his whole own introduction with like a city skyscraper backdrop, and he's gonna go fight crime. But then unfortunately, of course, his first and most dangerous enemy, a wall that he suctions his ear onto and then can't get down. And then Bob pops in and VeggieTales resumes.
And I was shocked, though, at Bob's reaction. I was expecting Bob to be way more peeved than he actually was. But
yeah, no. He was like, oh, what's going on?
Like, he knows his boo. He's like, okay.
I know.
He's probably seen that outfit before, perhaps in a different room of the house. We don't know.
Oh, God. It's been only 4 episodes. Is that how long it took them?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It was a very snug outfit.
Basically, Larry doesn't feel special. And so he has put on this whole disguise and alter ego to try and feel special. Bob is like, hey, you know what? You are special. And I even have a little story. And actually, there's a letter that came in that's very similar, eerily similar. Get it? Suction cup, ear. Suction cup.
Oh,
eerily.
Insert the, but
anyway, from Myra Eggleston from Youngstown, Pennsylvania. Again, with these absolutely horrendously made up people. And I'm sure there's a Myra Eggleston somewhere in the tomes of history. And I'm sorry for her, but she didn't write into the VeggieTales network.
Just coming after these poor fictional children for their names. Were you bullying children for their names in grade school, Riley? Were you that kid?
I do it now.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, Larry was in the feels. Like, this was Larry's therapy episode. Like, just, seeing him going from King George and the Ducky, which he had this battiness, then down to this, like, tender, soft heart where he's just feeling inadequate. And I felt for him. Poor baby. But yeah, Bob got him down with a good story, which is
David and Goliath. Or Dave and the Giant Pickle.
Bow, 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 which...
Bow, 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 bow.
I don't know why I'm adding my own sound effects. I'm like, yeah, we don't edit anything else into these episodes. But yeah, okay, super, super quick recap.
Recap time.
For those of you who don't know, in the Bible, David and Goliath, story of that is the Philistines were attacking the Israelites and they were like, oh my gosh. And the Philistines baddie, their main fighter, his name was Goliath. Rumor has it he was like 9 feet tall and he was like, bring one of your men to come out and fight me. I'll kill them. And so the king of Israel, Saul, was like, oh my God. And they pull out David, who is not even like this battle warrior dude. He's this young little guy who tends to his sheep and his flocks. But then he comes out with that slingshot and goes wha-chang and kills Goliath and later becomes the king of Israel himself.
Definitely not a slingshot. Definitely a sling, but sure.
So my apologies, y'all. It was a sling.
Mid-lie. In a Bible story. Mid-lie.
But yeah, so that was the inspirational biblical story for what we dive into, which is Dave and the Giant Pickle. And who do we have as the pro tag?
Your favorite, Mr. Asparagus.
Baby Junior. But dang, enjoyed this more than I thought, because poor Junior, you could tell when he came on the scene, his first line, I was like, this is a defeated child. His little, hey, I'm Dave. I was like, is every vegetable in need of therapy in this episode? He was so sad.
Yeah, well, the first thing he does is picks up these very silly looking sheep from falling over. It was so funny. He was like, our sheep fall over, and then it just and he goes, yeah, and then just sort of picks them up slowly. And I also, okay, the first thing that happens is they introduce that he has a bunch of brothers. We see Jimmy, and we're like, no, that's not him. That's a brother. We see Jerry. That's not him. That's a brother. We see one of the French peas. Oh, that's not him. That's a brother. And I was like, they're all siblings, but this is the first time that we have not had the same kind of vegetable being siblings. And if he has a whole bunch of vegetable brothers who are all different vegetables, someone's lying to him.
True. Is this an adoption situation or just lots of baby mamas?
Or is it just slavery? Because they make him do everything for them anyway.
We also got like a look at the dark side of some of these vegetables.
Oh my God.
Because literally when Dave was like, I'm kind of like busy, literally Jerry was like,
do you remember the time we dipped you in tar and stuck you to the backside of an angry water buffalo?
What the heck?
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Like this, I feel like this further proves your point, Riley, that you made in the previous episode. I think these veggies maybe are in purgatory on their way to hell, because some of these little nuggets they drop, I'm like, ooh,
hey, Junior,
wicked.
Remember that one time we put you in a coffin, stuck an anchor to you, and dropped you to the bottom of the ocean?
Like, truly. And you know I hate saying this, but again, another episode of them just tormenting Junior.
You loved it.
I did love it, but I also am kind of seeing where his personality issues come into play later.
Wait, hold.
You know?
Pause. Take a moment of space. Is that empathy creeping in your voice?
It tastes pretty bad, but I feel for
Okay, stop.
I know.
Enough. We're done.
I know.
This is like the Grinch's heart growing 3 sizes.
I know.
There's also a weird, not weird, but maybe callback, because Jimmy and Jerry is like, I'm so hungry I could eat a camel. Well, I'm so hungry I could eat a spaceship. And he's like, a what? I don't know. It's the two of them that were in the first episode in the spaceship. They're in purgatory.
They are, and the through line with their hunger. Maybe that was their sin on Earth. It was gluttony. So now they're plagued with this.
They all... What's Junior's?
Just being a...
Pride? Were you about to say being a dick?
Yes. I was.
Just being a little cockhole.
I was hoping you didn't catch that, but yeah. Yes. Pride, narcissism, overall. You're right. So you know what? I'm back on board. I don't feel bad for him because he got himself here. I gotta remember, this is a purgatory vegetable.
Right. So anyway, and then the next thing that comes in is Pa Grape comes screeching in, and give me your best Pa Grape of what he says right here, and I'll give you the follow-up.
Whoa, my God, the Philistines are coming!
And then Jimmy's like,
The lima beans are lacking?
and then Jerry's like,
The nectarines are slacking?
Have mercy. Oh, poor Pa. Poor Pa. Also, Pa Grape with all of these vegetable children. Like
slavery? No, I don't know.
Why is it always slavery with you?
I don't know.
Riley?
Because we're about to get there. I'll tell you why. It comes later. Okay. But then we interrupt this short program, this broadcast for important news on the countertop with Bob therapizing Larry Boy costumed Larry on the counter, like laying down while he listens to him. Yeah. And he's like, what are the Philippines? Without missing a beat. Bob is such a queen because he says,
The Philippines are a group of islands off the coast of Southeast Asia.
not even an inflection. But the
Immediately.
Philistines are it's just a good, I'll probably insert. Oh, well, you can. You should insert that bit as a soundbite.
You can say you'll insert it, and then I'll go in.
Okay.
It. It's okay.
I'll be
I get the order of operations here.
No. And that's pretty much it. They totally just cut away for that joke.
Yeah, they don't do a lot. Yeah, this was like another cut to episode, but I mean, this episode was for Larry, so we gotta
true.
check in on him.
But then we come back, and what do we get? A little song from Junior Asparagus. And by little, I mean literally half of one verse.
Oh, just so sad and dramatic.
They're big. I'm little.
I knew though. I thought, wow, it's lovely and short. And then I thought, they're gonna bring this back later.
But when they do, yeah. They go to the camp. Junior brings them pizzas because they're hungry. Oh wait, yeah, because the brothers all went to the Philistine camp to go fight.
Yes, because they're gonna go
and
fight.
The Philistines stand there in a line and insult them for a little while until they get.
And who are the Philistines?
The French peas, the
Philistines?
assholes. I just got back from Paris, and let me tell you, the stereotypes are accurate. French are mean.
Oh no, so jealous. Did you do your best Jean-Claude or Philippe accent to the French?
Yeah, I just went over there and went, oh, hello.
They love when you do that.
Yeah, they really do. Classically. Maybe that's why they were assholes. Anyway, but they get tired of the insults, and so they're like, okay, well, we're tired of the insults. And then the Philistines are like, I almost said the Philippines. The Philistines are like, okay, well, what if you bring out... It's always when they have to get biblically accurate in a moment that it sounds so out of world because they're just throwing these like one-liner sillies all over, and then suddenly one of the French peas is like, okay, what if you bring out your strongest warrior and we bring out our strongest warrior? They fight to the death, and then whoever wins becomes the other one's slaves.
Yeah, it gets real. It gets real for a minute.
But then Archibald, who's supposed to be King Saul, so he's in charge of them, thinks about it for half a second and says, yeah, that sounds fine. So slavery's okay in a war context? Is that what I'm getting from the Bible?
I mean, there was a lot of slavery in the Bible. So.
I know, but it's not good. It's not okay. And and they're gambling on having slaves. A gamble that, spoiler alert, if you've never heard about David and Goliath, they win.
Yeah, Yeah, that would have been rough though. Saul was just or Archibald was just very confident. He's like, yeah, we got you.
Stop. That is not the point. Even if he was confident they were going to win, they're like, yeah, we can take a bunch of slaves if we win. That's fine.
You're right, because they're too small to even be useful slaves. So you're right, that was just not even...
Andie Baker, I will come over there and slap you.
Oh, man.
But then we get a transition out and we get a little... We'll be back with Dave and the Giant Pickle. Actually, I don't know who says it. Was it Pa? It might have been Pa Grape who actually says
I think it was
that.
Pa. Yeah,
go
let's
ahead,
hear a
go.
Pa.
No, okay.
No, it's your...
right.
They've heard mine. They need yours.
We'll be back with Dave and the Giant Pickle.
5 stars. 5 stars.
Thanks. I can't actually remember what he sounds like off the top of my head. I just knew it was old and vaguely, what is it, New York maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right.
And the through line of this therapy session continues into our silly song. That lo and behold, Larry on the chaise lounge, talking to Dr. Archibald. Which honestly, I don't think Archibald was acting. I feel like he is just like the on-set psychologist, just ready to roll.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time that Larry's getting consoled or psych evaled.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Through line.
Yeah,
here.
the Larry therapy episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll have to take the cutting of me doing Archibald from the first episode because it's the only good one, and then just put it in all or it'll just get progressively worse and worse. So this one will be like
No, I have absolutely
The silly songs with Larry, and now it's a part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
I think the audience is here for the journey because I have loved listening to the progression of your Archibald over these episodes.
It's just less and less accurate. You're gonna like book a professional VO deal after this, and I'm gonna get blacklisted from places I didn't even know existed.
Big Idea is gonna be calling you, being like, Riley, don't even think about it.
We need to get a restraining order. I'm so sorry to say. Anyway, we get into the song, and it is Love My Lips.
Yes, we do.
A classic. You haven't heard... I can't believe you haven't seen this episode because that song is so classic to me. And Larry is just pulling Archibald's leg the whole time, saying a bunch of stuff about his lips and how he left him out in the cold and they turned blue and he was so sad. So what could he do?
Lip trauma.
But the whole thing was just about how much he loves his lips. But you know what I think this is? Larry's an American.
Fair, yeah.
Archibald is a British person. I think that Larry is traumatized, or terrified rather, to look like Archibald, and that he's rubbing it in his face. That he has no lips, because British people have no lips.
Really? Dang, you took that to real world context here. Oh my gosh. You're going to get blacklisted from London too.
I just thought it was funny because he goes on this whole thing. He's like, what would I do without my lips? And Archibald's like, lips? Why do you care about your lips? And I was like, yeah, of course you'd say that. You don't know what it's like to have any.
Classic British.
And then Larry just starts scatting.
Well, as he should.
Yeah, he scats like you.
Amazingly. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, where he goes...
Oh my gosh. But yeah, and to be fair, Larry's American, but he does not have a thick set of kissers on him either. So
no, they're vegetables, I might remind you.
Well, yeah. But yeah, he's recounting a lot of lip trauma, though. Like, how did he get his lips stuck in a gate? I want to know that story.
No, you don't.
You're right. I probably don't. But yeah, I'm just glad that Larry took the time to unpack some of these issues. Because honestly, we all have our baggage.
Also, I feel like I don't know where we would go with this, but we just have to mention usta. Usta!
Because it's good. That's lip in Polish.
No. I was going to say we should just say usta and give them no context and then move on.
Yeah.
Then we move on back to the recap with, we start out with getting the VO for Goliath, Mr. Giant Pickle.
Who will I fight?
It's so bad.
What was that accent that he had? I couldn't
It
tell.
was Russian, Jamaican, and a vague third option.
Oh my gosh. See, and I was too distracted by just the visual that I was taking in. This was like warts on warts on warts and little
Warts on warts on warts.
truly and sprigs of hair. I was like, oh my God, this pickle has hair. Like,
And it also just the recording quality was much worse than the other VO. Like, it felt like someone recorded that in their room.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
story where they come back for 40 days in a row and they're like waiting to see who's going to fight them. I was like, they're so patient. Like, they're just wait 40 days, 40 nights. We got the supplies. We'll just wait. We really, really want to fight this out.
Oh my gosh. And then of course they send little Junior on sheepback to deliver his little foods and
Oh, yeah.
things.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for an episode where he is the pro tag, he really wasn't. I don't know. We had some breaks in here, which I appreciate. Like, he wasn't in the silly song. We weren't saturated with Junior this episode.
Oversaturated.
But oh my gosh, and I loved Archibald when Junior was coming to King Saul, aka Archibald, and he was starting into the song. Archibald was like, "You're not going to sing, are you?" Like, I could see it in his eyes. He was like, please don't do
I'd be
this.
horrified if a talking tiny asparagus came to me in a time of war and started singing a little jazzy ditty. He even says, "Can't you just play your harp and I can throw things at you?"
I was like, me too.
What do you mean? I didn't get the joke at all.
But yet I related. I was like, me too, Archibald. I would prefer that option, please.
But then we do get a jazzy rendition of You're Big, I'm Little, and I'm like, okay, brass section.
Yeah, the music was good. I don't know why they wasted it, but...
Yeah, because then Archibald pops in with his little bit of the song, and it's always a crazy patter when Archibald sings, because he doesn't really sing, he just talks.
All right, I understand. Now let's suppose that this is true. You still look rather weepy, but I know what we can do.
Every time he has a little bit, I'm like, come on, those are bars.
He threw down a little Lin-Manuel coming through that Archibald, okay?
Oh, stop. Lin-Manuel wishes.
You're right. Archibald, he's the OG. He is the OG.
But then Archibald gives him his armor to put on because he doesn't believe that he can do it himself, which, like, as an adult, yeah, I guess that's the base level of what you should do when someone says, let me fight this war for you, is be like, maybe I should equip you with something. But then he looks like a bullet.
He does.
Just like, he's totally sheathed. You can't see him, and he's never looked better.
Truly, can't see a thing on him. Ooh, oh, okay. Question for you. Then which are you on board with more so? Slavery or child soldiers? Since this is what we're drifting into here.
So I feel like I should preface by saying both are bad.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But listen, if we've got to go with one, I'm going to go child. Can we do child slavery? Can we mix? Can we do a little mix
If
and
it's
match?
Junior, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
You know I'm already on board.
All right. Well, then we'll send Junior to war, and if he happens to survive, boo, bummer, but we can put him in a factory after that.
That's true. Dude, Junior just keeps surviving these wars.
I know.
Like the Pie War,
I know.
this Philistine War. I'm like, you little cockroach.
They keep trying to kill him, but
I
they
have
can't.
faith, though. One day.
And to be honest, Saul should have said no. As a responsible parent, if a kid comes in and is like,
I believe that I'm supposed to win this war.
don't say yes.
He just wanted him to stop singing, Riley.
I know. He was like, no, yeah, you're right. You could probably win this.
Go for it, buddy.
Go.
Bye. Bye. Oh, my Lord. And then they square off. The boxing glove.
The jazzy fight music during the boxing gloves, though, it's just so good.
Yeah, the soundtrack, the scoring for this episode, just, 10 out of 10.
Specifically that music, the jazzy fight music, lives in my head rent-free. And I didn't know until rewatching this just now that that's where it had come from. I'll just be doing stuff and I'll be humming that tune. Now, of course, I can't think of what it is, but it's good.
It is. And then, when Junior did his little, I whip my hair back and forth to sling that rock, it was hard to take him seriously. I was like, also, why? Why use his head? If the pickle has invisible hands for his boxing gloves, Why can't Junior have an invisible hand to sling the sling thing? They just want him to look foolish.
That's a good question. Yeah, just because he's an idiot, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
He does get weirdly naked in that moment, though. I know that there are other episodes where the vegetables aren't wearing anything, but everyone's wearing stuff in this. And he takes off his headdress, and suddenly I was just too aware of how raw he was.
You gotta sheathe it. Sheathe the stock, baby. Just cover that up.
Oh, don't ever say sheathe the stock again.
That's going on our t-shirt. We already discussed
Sheathe
this.
the stock
Sheathe
t-shirts.
The stock. Yeah.
And then it'll just be a picture of Junior Asparagus.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Our only merch will have a picture of Junior just for you.
Ew. Ugh. Okay. But oh my gosh. And you have to describe the hitting of this rock onto this pickle, the cinematic, the drama of this moment.
You mean the tiniest little ding, and then his eyes go loopy, and then he wibble wobble.
He wobbles.
He
baby.
wibble wobbles.
He wibble wobbles.
Until he smushes the ground. It really wasn't that cinematic. What do you mean?
It was very anticlimactic. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Great. I was like, it didn't feel exciting at all.
A little underwhelming, although I had a moment of hope. I thought as he was collapsing, I thought,
smush him.
if Junior doesn't get out of there. I know. I was
Make
like,
a little asparagus casserole right here, right now.
a little flattened asparagus, but of course he gets out of the way because he's, just stark naked and can slip out of there real quick. But he lives to tell another tale.
And then that's the whole shebang. We head back on to the countertop.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob starts whispering.
Bob is just not about QWERTY. He is like, I'm going to avoid this girl at all costs.
No, but it looked like a scary sort of... I feel like QWERTY haunts him. I feel like she follows him, appears in his room at night and starts playing the song. You know what I mean? Because the way that he was like, okay, it's time to talk about what we have learned today. And Larry's like, why are you doing that? And he's like, we have to talk about it.
Yeah, Larry just didn't quite pick up on that.
And then we get the little song, the little verse, the little end, and
Larry was in a better place at the end. That's the important part.
Yeah.
He had more self-love, self-compassion, more confidence in himself.
No thanks to Bob. I mean, yes, thanks to Bob because he tells him the story, but I will say, Larry is like, I want to be special. And Bob's like, Larry, you are special.
You know, Bob's tone, he was like, oh, you're special, Larry.
That is how he
special.
says it.
I was like, ooh, Bob.
And then the verse is all through God, all things are possible. And Larry's like, that's great because I've always wanted to be a chicken.
Bob's got his work cut out for him. Like, as soon as he thinks he has reeled Larry in or gotten him to a healthy, a stable place, Larry just slings something out like that, and Bob's like, where do I even go from here?
No, because he doesn't. And so how Bob responds after Larry's like, I've always wanted to be a chicken. Bob goes, oh, great. Well, we're out of time for today.
Oh my God. He was like, I can't. We don't have time for another session.
He's like, we're done. This plastered smile is only lasting a few seconds longer before I make this cucumber dissolve into a pile of tears.
Truly, sent him back to Archibald. Go get help. Go get some help. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and we get to see, again, I haven't seen any actual Larry Boy episodes, but this was the origin, baby.
I know. We're going to have to do that in season 2.
You want to do a season 2 with me, Riley?
Oh, wait, no. I'm going to delete that from the recording so you don't have sound evidence.
No, I heard it. It's too late. Yeah, but this was short, sweet, got Larry on his feet.
Oh.
I think we've said all there is to say. Now it's just time to...
End it. Somehow.
Woofda!